Hello guys, so today we are making this baby bonnet. It's very easy to make. Even if you're a beginner, you can make it too. This bonnet is for 0 to 3 months, and this is how it looks finally. Okay, so without wasting your time, let's get into this video. Okay, so for this project we're going to be using a 3mm hook, and I'm going to be using this light blue double knitting yarn, and it's 100% acrylic. To begin with, we're going to start with a magic ring. To do a magic ring, I do like this. I put my yarn like this, and I roll it around, and I make it like this. Then I take my hook and I pull it out and twist it. And there I have my magic ring, and we're going to chain 2. Okay, now that we have our magic ring, what we're going to do is we're going to make 10 double crochets into the magic ring. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so we're just going to make 10 of them inside the circle. Okay, okay, so now that I have my 10 double crochets in this ring, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this, okay, we're going to join this on the 3rd chain of our hook of our work with a slip stitch. This, okay, now we have 10 double crochet inside our circle. What we're going to do is now we're going to make 2 double crochet in each 1 double crochet we did. So we're going to yarn over and make chain 2. This does not count as a stitch, and we're going to first make our first, in the very first stitch here we're going to make our first 2 double crochets. We're going to make 2 again in the next one. By the end of this row you must have 20 double crochets. We're going to make 2 double crochet in each stitch across this circle. By the end of this row you must have 20 stitches all together. Now that we have 20, this one is the slip stitch we did, so it does not count as a stitch. What we're going to do is we're going to join here on our third stitch, and we're going to make another slip stitch. Okay, and we're going to chain 2 again. This is our third row, and what we're going to do is we're going to, on this third row, we're going to put 2 double crochet and 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet. We're going to alternate between those two, and by the end of this row you must have 30 stitches all together. Okay, so we're going to put 2 double crochet in one stitch, and we're going to put 2 in the, we're going to put 1 in the next one. So we're going to alternate between 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. Okay, we put 2 here, the next one we put 1 until the end of this row. This does not count as the stitch, so what we're going to do is we're going to join our work on our third chain, and we're going to slip stitch. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2 again. This is our round 4, and in round 4 what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 double crochet in one stitch, and the next 2 we put 1, 1 and 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over. First stitch we put 2 double crochet in this stitch, and in the next stitch we put 1 double crochet. In the next stitch again we put 1 double crochet. We put 1 double crochet. Then in the next stitch we put 2 double crochet in this very same stitch. 2 double crochet in the very same stitch. So what we're basically doing is we're alternating between 2 double crochet in the one stitch and 2 double crochet in different stitches. So the next one is 1 double crochet, and the next stitch is 1 double crochet, and then the next stitch is 2 double crochets. By the end of this row you must have 40 stitches all together. You can just count them and see if you have 40 stitches. So it's 2 double crochet in one stitch, then 1 double crochet the following, 1 double crochet the following, and 2 double crochet in the following stitch. So we're going to join this round with a slip stitch on our third chain. As usual, we slip stitch, we chain 2, and on this round what we're going to do is we're going to insert 2 double crochet in this very first stitch, 2 double crochet in this very first stitch, and we're going to insert 1 double crochet in these 3 stitches. So it's 1 double crochet in this stitch, 1 double crochet in the next one, and 1 double crochet into the next one again. And the next one we're going to set 2 double crochets. So we're going to alternate between putting 2 double crochet in one stitch and 1 double crochet in the next 3. So it's 2 here and 1 in each stitch, and we're going to put again 2 here and 1 here, one in the following. So by the end of this row you must have 50 stitches all together. So now that we here at the end, we're not going to join these 2. What we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work, and we're going to put a 1 single crochet into this very first stitch. We're going to put a single crochet, and we're going to put our first bubble into this stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, and we go side, pull through, and we have 2 in our on our hook. What we're going to do is we're going to yarn over again and insert our hook inside, and we're going to go through 2. We have 3 now. We're going to insert again, and we're going to pull, and we now have 4. We're going to insert again, and we're going to pull through, and now we have 5 loops on our hook. We're going to go through everything like this. This is our first bubble, and what we're going to do is we are going to go into this next stitch with a single crochet like this, okay. This is our first bubble, and we're going to yarn over and insert our next bubble into this next stitch, and we're going to yarn over and insert our hook, pull through, go through 2, and now we have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2. We have 3 loops. So we're going to do this until we have 5 loops on our hook. Now we have 4, and now we have 5. So we're going to go through everything, and we're going to close this with a single crochet on our next stitch. Okay, and we're going to close this. Now we have these 2, and we are going to do the same again, yarn over on our next stitch, and we're going to pull through. We have 2 loops on our hook, and we're going to yarn over into the same stitch, pull through, and we're going to go through 2. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to do this until we have 5 loops on our hook. Now we have 5 loops on our hook. We're going to go through everything, and we're going to insert our hook onto the next stitch and make a single crochet. Okay, now we have 3 bubbles. So we're going to continue with this very same pattern until we are at the end of this row. Okay, now that we are nearing our end, let's just carry on. 1, 2, and we have 1 loop or 1 stitch left on, so we're going to make our last bubble inside there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 5 loops. We're going to go through all of them, and we're going to chain 1 and 10 work, and we're going to make our first single crochet here. So on this row we're going to make single crochet until we here we're going to do single crochets. Okay, we're just going to make single crochet throughout the row. So now we're doing our last stitch, our last single crochet, and we're going to chain one and return work. Into this very first stitch we're going to make our very first bubble, so we're going to yarn over, four and 5. So now we're 5. We're going to just go through everything and make our single crochet into the next one. So we're going to just continue with our usual pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to carry on with these bubbles until we have 5 rows of bubbles. One, so this count is 1, this count is 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and I'll meet you when I have my 5 rows together. Don't forget to always put a single crochet line when you turn your work. So I'll meet you when I have my 5 rows of these bubbles. Just continue with the same pattern for 5 more rows. Okay, now that I have 5 rows, 1 2 3 4 5, we're going to put our last row, which is the single crochet row, and And now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 45. 1, 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to, from the second, we skip this, from this second chain we're going to slip stitch. We're actually going to slip stitch this whole row. We're going to slip stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a single crochet across till we here. So we're going to single crochet all the way from here. We're going to make single crochets. Okay, now that I'm done with my single crochets, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain again 45 here. and I'm going to slip stitch till we here. So I'm going to slip stitch from here, just like what we did on the other side. We're just going to slip stitch everything. Okay, so go on and slip stitch everything. I'm just going to pull this out. Okay, and I'm just going to fasten off. Okay, and I'm just going to fasten off this, and we are done. Okay, and just going to cut this. And we are done.